All right, I've had a lot of requests on my duty belt setup video that I did. I don't know, it's probably been 3 or 4 years now. On an update on that duty belt video. So we're gonna do that right now. Before I get started, let me say this: I no longer am in law enforcement. I still have an active security license, and I have armed security license, and I have. I'm still a certified police officer. I'm just not currently working for a department. I have just taken another avenue in my life with my family and stuff like that. That's going to be better for my family and work better for just what's going on with us right now, especially money wise. So that's where I'm going. So anyway, I use this belt setup for a lot of firearms instruction stuff now. So you'll see stuff on here that is kind of police related. I keep that kind of stuff on there so that it's there and I'm used to it. But I use this belt for racing, so for IPDA and IPSC competitions, stuff like that. And I also use this belt for instruction, firearms instruction stuff. But there is still some things on there that I've kept. If there's something going on, WRL type stuff, or something going on in my neighborhood that I need to go and take care of, respond really quick to, I'll just throw this belt on and I'll have the stuff that I need ready to go. So let's dive in. Alrighty. So let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it on over the top of this stuff really quick, and then I can show you easier that way. I use 4 retention straps usually. I'm not going to put those on right now, but I use 4 retention straps, and I like the nylon. I'm a big fan of nylon. I'm not a big leather guy, so that's what I'm using right now, is just those, and I like them. So I usually put one of those right in front of the gun, right behind the gun, so that all this is very, very secure in here between the gun and the asp. And then I put one right back here by my handcuff holder, so that is extremely secure as well. And I usually stick one either right up front here, right behind my mag, either right in front, right behind my mag, so that whole section is very stiff as well. So that's where I put those. Alrighty, moving on. We'll start on this front area and just go around, I guess. On the front here, I've had this pouch on there for a long time. I really, really like it. I don't even know what it was for. It's for some stupid knife or something that I got a long time ago. But I keep markers in there for students' targets. So I use it for marking, for scoring and marking students' targets. So that's what I use that for now. And I use those all the time for firearms instruction. That's just a key holder, key ring thing right there. I got a handcuff key on there right now, so I can grab that and have that with ease. Next to that, next in line is the gun. I ride my gun a little bit farther forward than some, I guess. My belt usually sits like right here. So my gun is a little bit farther forward than some people. Some people ride it just a little bit further back. But, like I said, I'm using this for mostly race purposes and for instruction purposes. So drawing fast for me is a whole lot more important than anything else, especially with this belt. So it's set up for a lot of shooting speed. I use a Safariland dual retention holster. I use the gun is, you guys have seen this before. Let's check it. We're good to go there. You guys have seen this gun before. It's a pretty customized Glock 17. I've got a video on it if you guys want to see that video. Look that up, just modified Glock 17. I do run a TLR-1S Lite on that, even when I'm racing, and kind of brings me to my next point here. Even when I'm racing, I still run all this other gear on here so that I'm used to it, so that if I'm out on the street, my race rig is the same as my everything I practice with this is going to be the same as what I use in real life in a fighting situation. So that is key, I think. So behind the gun, I carry an ASP. It's a 24-inch ASP, brand ASP, and I love this. This ASP is amazing. I really, really liked them. They're a little more expensive than some other brands, but I really like them. I do run this this extra little pommel on the back, and you guys can get different ones of these. They come with a straight one on them. I like this little beveled one right here. They're super cool. I just find it fatigues your hand, and you get blisters less. I mean, when you're in a baton training class, I mean, you'll be swinging these for like 2 hours straight. It's like, oh, and you get blisters and stuff right here. This kind of prevents you from getting that. You just it holds on. It's just something to reference and just holds on really nice right there. So it's a 24-inch Asp brand Asp. Love it. So I run that right there. Behind that, I have my dump pouch. In my dump pouch, I usually carry things like masking tape. I'll carry a roll of masking tape in there. Right now, I've got earmuffs in there, so when I go to the range, I got all this stuff with me. I'll throw this stuff all in my dump pouch. This is for marking targets and that kind of stuff. And I also use that for, like, when I'm instructing or when we're doing drills and stuff like that, I'll use that for tack loads. Then I don't have to look for a place to put that spare magazine. I just throw it right in the dump pouch. And if I don't want it there, I can just curl it up and it folds out of the way. So it's pretty cool. This side, I have handcuffs. They're not right on my spine. They're to the left of my spine just a little bit. I don't want to keep anything right there in case you were to fall. So that's just to the left of my spine. Easily reachable with my left hand. And it is also pretty accessible with my right hand too. So, and I usually cuff my right hand. If I was in a situation where I was cuffing a lot more, I would probably switch the dump pouch and the handcuff thing places. But where I'm using the dump pouch more often than I'm using the handcuff thing right now, at this juncture in my life, I'll keep it this way. I can reach it and access it with both hands. And you should be able to cuff with both hands anyway. Because sometimes you'll be cuffing with your left hand, sometimes you'll be cuffing with your right hand, and you should be proficient with both. Cuffs I use are Smith & Wesson M&P. These are amazing. I absolutely love these cuffs. These cuffs are keyless double locking cuffs, which nowadays I think is just, I don't know. I would not go back to a keyed locking cuff after using these. These are amazing. I mean, you just don't want to fiddle around with your handcuffs in the middle of the night while you're trying to wrestle some dude a little bit. You just want to just be able to put them on there and double lock them without having to fiddle with your dumb key. So these just get it. These are awesome. So you just slap them on there and double lock it, and you don't have to worry about the key getting out. The last duty belt setup, I had a couple of questions of people asking me why I don't use hinged handcuffs. And I'll just answer that really quick here. So some people that know why they're not really that awesome already know this, but most handcuffing techniques that I'm aware of do not, or those won't even work for. Like standing, kneeling, prone, all of those handcuffing techniques have to be able to swivel. Because you don't anymore, unless the subject's already detained or something, like already in a jail, you may do it differently, I don't know. But you don't just have the person like in the movies walk up with their hands like this and you just put the cuffs on them. That's just not how you do it. The hands always pretty much are going to be rotating with one cuff on and the other cuff in your hand. And it has to be able to swivel around. So, and the other reason why is because with all the lawsuits and stuff like that going around, if you put a handcuff on too tight or too loose or too anything, then they'll get cut up right here and stuff like that, and they'll sue you. And those handcuffs just cause a lot more damage to their wrists. So they're riding back to the patrol car on the way to jail for 40 minutes from wherever you're at, and their hands can't move at all, and it just is screwing up their wrist the whole time. And so that's the other reason. So I run these handcuffs with the chain in them for that reason. I know very few officers. In fact, I don't know anyone that runs hinged handcuffs. Next, my left hand, I have my duty light. I run two different lights. This one is a Phoenix TK15. This light is awesome. Really, really cool. I especially like it for firearms purposes. This little thing right here just locks right in between my fingers right there, and I love this light. This light's sweet. So that's the light I'm using right now. I also use a LED lenser. I have a review on that M7R. That is a super cool light as well. They both fit in this one pouch. This light goes in there and it's just a little bit loose, but the head catches right here so it won't fly out or nothing, but it's just a little bit loose. The M7R is really tight in here, but I keep this on here because I can run either light. So if one of them's battery's dead or whatever, I can just grab whatever light I want that day and throw it in this thing, and it works really good. In front of the light thing, I have my mag pouches. I run a dual mag pouch with no hoods of any kind or anything like that, and they're just straight up and down, where for a race setup you probably want them slanted a little bit more like this so that they're faster to grab out. But like I said before, I want this to be kind of a dual or triple purpose belt. I don't want it to be just for a race or just for duty work or whatever. So this is kind of a combination of, you know, my instruction, firearms instruction, racing, and, you know, being able to do some duty service with this as well. So I just have it's a retention, tightening retention. You can tighten this to get them to stick in there more. But I've got them just like that so they don't pop out, but you can still grab them and access them easy. In the magazines, or in this one, I've got some dummy rounds in there. We use these a ton. If you guys don't have dummy rounds for some reason, if I had to tell you anything to buy to become a better shooter, it is going to probably not be bullets. I'd tell you to buy dummy rounds and a shot timer, even more important than bullets, because you can do a lot of stuff with dry fire practice drills and stuff like that just in your basement without wasting a bunch of ammo. So get yourself some of those. They're awesome. But that is my current duty belt setup. So let me know what you think. But this has been working for me really well. So awesome. Thanks, guys.